Assalamu alaikum fam, hope you're doing well. So on the Tafseer As Sa'di, we were in 2220, boom bada boom. And this one is really interesting because it kind of breaks down some things that we were aware of, but it just makes it more concise. So the ayat is, on this life and the hereafter, they ask you concerning the property of orphans. Say, the best thing to do is to manage it in their interests. If you mix their affairs with yours, then they are your brothers. And Allah knows who is dishonest and who is honest. And if Allah willed, He could have made things hard for you. Allah is indeed Almighty, most wise. So here, in this tafsir, it kind of urged us to use our minds to ponder the wisdom of Allah's laws, and that His commands are in our best interests. Some other good points was that he brought up An-Nisa 4:10, which was, "Verily those who devour the property of orphans unjustly take nothing into their bellies but fire. Soon they will burn in a raging fire." To kind of highlight how important it is to not, consume the wealth unlawfully of an orphan. Now, the property aspect was unique because it mentioned that food and other things like that is okay, but specifically mentioning wealth. If you do it unknowingly and your intention was good, then you're not committing a huge sin. But if you knowingly consume the wealth of an orphan, you've done something very horrible. And there was a good, interesting point how he called the hereafter the realm of the requital, and how we are to reject this will because it goes so fast that we're supposed to kind of prepare for the hereafter. And it's unique because I haven't, remembered all the different terms for the hereafter, but he really goes into it in that way of just reminding us that the realm of requital is what we've earned, and I really liked that. So another cool point that he mentions was Allah has given us an easy and merciful concession by allowing food, drink, and trade to be permissible, and that if He wanted to make it difficult with us, He could have not allowed different types of mixing. So we can have mixing with food and such like that, but we should always want to take care and increase the orphan's wealth. So make sure we have good deeds, good intentions, we're honest and sincere towards the orphan, and we will be blameless. But if we're intentionally doing something bad, then we are indeed sinning, and that we must remember that everything is in the control of Allah, and that He has perfect wisdom, His dictations do not contradict His wisdom, and that everything Allah does is in accordance with wisdom, whether we perceive it or not. So we are not created in vain, nothing is created in vain, and we're here for a reason. And everything that is prescribed upon us is prescribed and connected to with wisdom. Everything is in our best interests, and nothing is forbidden that is purely or mostly bad. It's because it's not good for us, is what I got from that. So a very unique section. I really like it because it reminds us just how helpless orphans are, how needy they are, and to be cruel to them who don't have a mother or a father or missing one parent. They need you. You're an authority figure, and you shouldn't abuse your authority. And if you do, Allah sees it, and you're going to pay for that in the hereafter. And you don't get to just pillage their inheritance because you feel like it, right? Because there's no one to come and, beat you up if you are doing something bad to the child. So there's a great wisdom in that, and I really do enjoy thinking about Allah's laws, and once we really contemplate it, it helps us to not reject it. But again, property of the orphan should be protected, and we should all remind ourselves of that. We don't have to separate our food from their food. That's different, unless they own like a huge cropland, and we're in charge of it, and you should take care of it. But it's not like, oh, these two rolls are for you, and if I eat half of one of your roll, like, I'm going to be in trouble or something like that. But it really just comes down to intentions, and to, manage effectively in the best way, and to increase it basically be a good steward, is what I get from it. So, adoption, everything concerning finance, all that around adoption, just make sure you do it right, and Allah will reward you in the realm of requital, inshallah.